Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Alain. It's Saturday. I'm going to talk about a book this morning. I like to talk about books on most Saturdays. I'm going to talk about The Boz, Confessions of a Modern Anti-Hero by Brian Bosworth with Rick Reilly, football's most outrageous superstar. Now, this is an older book. The first time I read it was back in 1991. Book came out like in 1988. 23-year-old football player writing an autobiography because he was that popular back then. And I'll tell you, I'm not a big football person, so I didn't follow him. I didn't know about him with football. When I first really knew about Brian Bosworth, it was in 1991 when the movie Stone Cold came out, which I really liked that movie. And so it was the movie that got me interested to him. And that is why I picked up the book way back then and read it. And it's been on the shelf and with me ever since. Now that I'm downsizing that library, I thought I would read the book for old time's sake and then donate it off. And I enjoyed reading it again. And I liked how even when he was playing football, he had his sights on movies and acting, which he did get into. And it was just sort of fun to read about the time. I mean, he's only a couple years older than I am. So when he's writing about things that were going on in high school and college and stuff with his years, it was reminiscent of things going on back then. Times were different. Things were different. He was a little bit crazy, wild, got away with a lot of stuff because he was good on the field. And it was just sort of a fun, interesting read. Again, I never followed him with football, but I did like that movie, and I like some of his other movies. And that's what got me hooked on him and why I read this back then and read it again just for nostalgic reasons. And now I'm donating it off. There's a fun little quick read about his adventures being young. And I could think back and remember some of the young and dumb things that I did back then in about the same years. I share these books. I drink it out of a Jungle Book mug to encourage you to read. You might see something I share and then you want to read that. Wonderful. But if nothing else, I hope it inspires you and encourages you to read more. Read for enjoyment, read for education. Read the newsletter that you can get at enjoylifesafely.com. Download the free guide to staying safe in this crazy world. Read that. Keep you and your loved ones safe. Maybe even grab the course. Cost you less than a cost of pizza tonight, and get that course. Learn ways to keep you and your loved ones safe. Then you can just enjoy more of life. And that newsletter has articles on enjoying life, staying safe, defending yourself if you have to, and being exceptional. So make sure you check that up too. Say good morning to Dixon, who didn't do stupid stuff when we were younger. Yeah, that's sort of how we learn to become wise, right? We do stupid stuff, and that's how we learn and gain some wisdom in life. But we do got to admit, and Dixon, you were back then too. You're a little older than I am, a little older than the Boz. Things definitely were a little bit different back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s than they have been in the last couple decades as far as kids and growing up and things that they do and that we did. So it was a fun, reminiscent read of the Boz. Check out a biography that interests you. Whether it's an old biography, a brand new biography, somebody that interests you, find out a little bit more about them by reading a biography. Go out, make it a spectacular Saturday. We'll be back and see you tomorrow.